Hello my YouTube family, once again welcome to my channel, and those who are new here, make sure to support this channel by subscribing to it. Recap video of Manhwa Expelled Hero is Too Strong chapter 5, and the story starts like this. Here we can see that the number 1 hero of the Korea, Yoon Doha, is holding an energy snack bar while his manager is informing him that I have sent the recommendation for class 4 promotional exam that you have mentioned me last time. Then on this, Yundoha says that, have you already done on this? On this note, the manager says that yes, but it is very strange that why did you choose Bong Yoon-sik as an examiner for this promotional exam? With this, the scene switches to the class 4 testing area main hall, where two random players are recklessly trying to attack the examiner. Here, because the examiner is already very annoyed, he scolded those two players that, firstly, you are refusing to have a proposition check from me, and also pointing your sword as the battle started with a very bad strategy, which proves that you are all still just some immature kid. And in a moment, one by one, every team of the player that were there for promotional exam has already been eliminated by the examiner. Here we can see that there are 3 class 4 examiners in the supervision room. One of them is saying that isn't the examiner Bang taking this promotional exam too far? While other one is saying that I don't know if someone will ever pass. Among them, the name of first class 4 examiner is Kim Hyun-sik, and the second one has a name Oh Hyun, who is a female, while the third class 4 examiner has a name Seo Jung-woo, and they are all from Dice Guild, whose party leader is none other than this examiner Bang of this promotional examination. Among them, the first one says that the candidate that has come to take this promotional exam has always behaved like this and get eliminated. On this, another examiner, Oh Hyun, says that on this behavior of examiner Bang, how should I report to the higher up? While the third examiner, Seo Jung-woo, says that this promotional exam is already at the end, and now it is turn of the last party of 2 members, which is called Fun Guild. Then the class 4 examiner Kim Han-seok says that it must be them, that the number 1 hero has recommended them to this promotional exam. They will just suffer a little bit. Now the scene again switches back to the class 4 main test examination hall, where we can see that Yoo Ji-han and Guildmaster Kim Si-woo enter inside the main examination hall, prepared with their newly repaired and purchased gears and weapons. Seeing this scene, one of the class 4 examiner, Kim Hyun-sik, says that the examiner of this promotional exam shows no mercy on the participants. And here author also reveals that this examiner is none other than the party leader of Dice Guild, whose name is Bong Yoon-sik. Now an announcement is made inside the examination hall that welcome class 4 player candidate to the examination hall. For the next 5 minutes, you will engage in the battle with examiner Bang. The requirement for this promotional exam will be fulfilled at the moment when you either defeat the examiner or you will receive acknowledgement from the examiner. Now seeing this situation, the Guildmaster Kim Si-woo says in an angry manner that how do they expect a class 5 party to defeat this examiner? Here we can see that our main character gets alert while thinking that even though this examiner must have fought with so many parties, yet this examiner looks perfect without any scar. Well, our main character Yoo Ji-han is getting prepared to attack and ask for support from the guild master that you support me from behind while I am attacking the examiner like you have done in the monster hunting area. And friends, to know what exactly happened in the monster hunting area, make sure to see the recap video of this manhwa chapter 3. Now on this, the guild master replied that yes, I got that, I will do as you say. Now we can see that our main character is getting prepared with his sword while muttering to himself that it wouldn't be an easy fight, and the announcement made once again that the class 4 promotional exam test begins now. And the examiner Bang at the end of this announcement without any delay immediately attack on Yoo Ji-han with a flying kick. And at this action of examiner, the main character gets surprised and cannot defend properly. Seeing this, the guild master shouted in fear that, are you okay, Yoo Ji-han? But here we can see that the examiner is not in the mood of showing any mercy on them, and also tries to attack the guild master, but his attack was blocked by Yoo Ji-han. Now the examiner starts thinking that my attack was blocked by this boy. Well, the recommendation letter wasn't fake at all. Now the examiner wants to focus only on Yoo Ji-han, so he kicked the guild master out of his way and goes after the Yoo Ji-han. Here Yoo Ji-han prepared himself well enough to defend against the attack of the examiner. At the moment of defending, he realizes that the attack of the examiner, who is just using a wooden sword, is way too heavy to defend, and right now I need to distance myself from him. With this thought, the Yujian uses a skill that is called Wind Knight to push away the examiner. Seeing this, the examiner starts thinking that, damn, wind type magic, he is showing off this talent, which is really annoying. Now the main character attacks the exam using a wind skill called Hazel, which makes the examiner surprised for a moment. Now the scene switches to the conversation between the number 1 hero Yundoha and his manager. Here the manager asks Yundoha that why did you choose examiner Bang for this promotional examination? If you give something like a recommendation letter to Cool Fun Guild, then this examination will be hard for them, and the Cool Fun Guild will be having a hard time. Now here Yundoha exposes his intention to give the recommendation letter to Cool Fun Guild that there is no one but this examiner Bang who is a man that cuts the wind, and especially for wind attribute players like Yuji Han. The scene again switches back to the promotional examination hall where the examiner uses the skill called Quick Flow Sword and cuts through the wind attack of Yuji Han. Now with this attack of examiner Bang, Yuji Han's body gets injured and he sits on the floor to take a little break. Here the story also tells us that our main character is already exhausted because of his fight with Cocterized monster in the monster area, the interaction with Yundoha, and also because of his new sword, which is consuming way too much amount of his mana. Now friends, to know what happened between the main character and the Korea's number 1 hero Yundoha, check the recap video of chapter 3 of this manhwa. And now let's get back to the story. Seeing the situation of Yuji Han, the examiner mocks Yuji Han and says that you got Yundoha's recommendation letter just with this kind of fighting skill. I think I shall just eliminate you right here, right now. Amidst of this, the guildmaster Kim Si-hoo attacks on the examiner and shouted that, get away from Yuji Han. The examiner swiftly defends himself from the attack of the guildmaster. While defending Yuji Han, the guildmaster says to Yuji Han that from this point on, leave everything to me, and the guildmaster starts thinking that I cannot always hide behind Yuji Han and I must fight this time. Seeing this situation, the examiner says that you are a fool, you should stay away from this. On this, while fluffing her hair, the guildmaster replied that I am not a fool, I am a Cool Fun Guild's master, Kim Si-hoo. With this action of her, the examiner's attention goes on her ear and he says that were you an elf? And here the examiner starts thinking that for a mere elf mage, she is daring to charge at me who is a swordsman. The examiner shouts while attacking on her that as expected, you are a fool. But here, because the guildmaster is an half-elf, she can feel the flow of sword mana from the attack of the examiner. With this skill of her, she defends herself nicely and uses an attack wind arrow on the examiner, but the examiner was experienced enough to defend himself and says that how foolish, did you think that will it work on me at this close distance? But the guildmaster is very clever. She uses a 7-fold magic slow wind on the examiner and she uses one layer of the magic one at a time and cleverly managed to bind the examiner. And the examiner starts thinking that it is not even 2 or 5 or 6, it is a 7-fold magic for a mere class 5 player. After attacking, the guildmaster Kim Si-hoo starts thinking that I think I have got him this time, even if he is an examiner. But the examiner was way too experienced and managed to escape from binding magic very easily and says that this attack wasn't bad at all. Closing the distance and wrapping me up in a corner was a good move, but it was too slow. Seeing this, the guildmaster Kim Si-hoo gets surprised and starts thinking that even the attack of 7-fold magic, he can easily block this. Here the examiner tries to provoke Yuji Han and says that, so when are you going to attack Yuji Han? On this, Yuji Han says that you will lose for sure because of your arrogance, Bang Yun-sik. Here Yuji Han realizes that it is not that the sword was absorbing my mana, it is just that I was wasting too much. But if I start compressing the mana from minimum to maximum and release it in the form of wind blade as an attack, then what will happen? And with this suspense, the chapter 5 comes to end. Lastly friend, once again make sure to subscribe this channel and also check out the description of this video to improve your English vocabulary. Till then, stay tuned and sayonara.